Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam. Welcome back to the Horror Movie Iceberg podcast. Russell Howell's back from being sick. Russell, glad you're feeling better.
Oh man,
We're
yeah.
diving back into VHS.
Yeah. I mean, I kicked my ass the last week. I sound better. I feel better. Yeah. But yes, back finally. VHS 99 is on the ticker here, and looking forward to unpacking some of this.
Yeah, in case you all have not checked us out before, we are slowly making our way through the VHS franchise. We are now up to VHS 99. This is the overall fifth movie in the franchise, and with that out of the way, like, comment, subscribe. Let's just get straight into it. This was released in 2022. The directors of the segments are Maggie Levine, Flying Lotus, Tyler McIntyre, and the duo of Vanessa and Joseph Winter. I'll talk about, and Johannes Roberts, excuse me. I'll touch on those when we get there. But just as a general overview, without going too deep into the segments yet, Russell, do you have any general thoughts?
I like the overall the one that the wraparound episode or the wraparound premise. I thought that was kind of something different. It was creative. I liked it enough where like they're basically like inanimate things making voices for them, and then like it was like even like the beginning the tank running over the soldiers and stuff. Something stupid, but it was funny. It was something different that we hadn't seen yet in this franchise, so I did appreciate that.
That's perfect segue into the wraparound. In fact, there isn't really one. There's not a traditional wraparound in the sense that there's like something to connect these all together. If anything, the wraparound is a bit of a tease for what happens in one of the segments, and there's no real connection between them at all beyond that. So it's something that would, like I said, the VHS, like the overall connective tissue is one that will be kind of in and out throughout the rest of this franchise, and it'll be there, but the connective tissue won't be as strong as other entries. But I'm a sucker for stop motion, so these soldiers I thought were great. Like, I just thought that was just very well done.
Yeah, something different. Like I said, it breaks up the I know the connective tissue that usually the wraparound episode the wraparound episode usually provides, but I like this kind of reprieve. I think it was something different. It was fun,
Yes. But let's get into segment number 1, which is called Shredding. This was directed by Maggie Levine, who is a legitimate punk rocker in her own right with punk rock roots. It tells the story of a band called RACK, R-A-C-K, Rachel and Kerr, Chris, and Caleb. They are looking into breaking into the Colony Underground, which is a music venue that burned down 3 years ago in a fire, and bad things happen there, and, well, bad things happen to them. So I think of all of the endings, this is the one that shocked me the most, in my opinion. This one had the ending of like I'm glad that's not me. But what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, this episode was okay. Like, it had promise. Like, I was really excited. Like when it like opened up. Out of all the ones, I think this is my. I have this at 4 out of the 5 segments. So, like, I was anticipating. I was excited about it. I liked it. I dug it. And then I just felt like it just went on for too long. Like sometimes I think this one went like 25 minutes ish. I'm thinking like 25 ish. Anyway, I felt like we were really like dragging our feet here. I liked it enough though. It was fine. I mean, it obviously wasn't the worst, but I mean, I did like it. I just wish, I don't know. I guess I just wanted a little bit more from it. I just didn't like the way it went. Like a lot of the ones that I review or whatever, I say usually the same thing. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go. Like I knew obviously the band was going to come back, and I figured that, and I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah, like I said, the ending is one of those ones where I'm like, I'm glad it's not me. It's very Twilight
Yeah.
Zone, very Black Mirror, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But next up is Suicide Bid. This was directed by Johannes Roberts, who is primarily known for directing the 47 Meters Down movies and just directed Primate, which we got earlier this year. So he's still fairly active. And it tells the story of a girl who wants to join Beta Sigma Eta at her college. However, there's a suicide bid she must do where she is legitimately buried alive, and you can pretty well put together what happens. Let's just say it's no Kill Bill. There is revenge, but not the revenge you're thinking of. Russell, what did you think?
Yeah, this is my second favorite out of all the episodes. I like this one. This one was actually really cool. I just wish that, I mean, obviously for the sake of obviously the episode, the girl pledging should have had backups for like sororities if she didn't get in. Well, you just had, like, they called it suicide because it was literally one and done. So if this sorority didn't want you, you had to sit pretty much out your freshman year of college without pledging to anybody. So I mean, you kind of see where they were going, and then you kind of knew like these girls were going to kind of like change the landscape of things when they wanted her to, get buried alive, and they used obviously alcohol to their advantage there. So, but I mean, first off, she didn't really act really drunk too, as much as she drank. She really didn't act very drunk. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I like this one fine. It was okay.
I think for me, what boosted it a little was the creep factor of it all, and just like, I'm not necessarily claustrophobic, but the idea of being buried alive, just, I don't know, it just does something to me. It's like that movie Buried with Ryan Reynolds, where the entire movie is from the POV of Ryan Reynolds in that coffin, and just that ending. That ending. But this is no Buried, but it definitely affected me in that way.
Well, even when it was raining, you start to see the rain seeping through the casket or whatever. I mean, that obviously was unnerving, but to me, it's like, man, I'd be trying to like literally just try to like punch it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you would be cobbled down. I know all the dirt would come down on you, but it's like you gotta take a shot at trying to survive. You know what I mean? At least it would be all mud coming down at you, so you might have a shot there. But yeah, like it definitely is unnerving for sure. You have, this character being buried alive. And I kind of like how it goes, how it ends.
Yeah. But then we get to Ozzy's Dungeon. This was directed by Flying Lotus, who directed, honestly, a pretty underrated little horror film called Ash that we got a year ago with Aaron Paul. And with Aaron Paul in it. I recommend that one highly. And this is a play on the, as Russell alludes to in his lower third there, Double Dare, like
Legends of the Hidden Temple. I thought the same thing, yeah.
It's very much playing into the game show craze of the late 90s. And where it's Ozzy, who is played by Trevor from GTA 5. Like Stephen Ogg. Like it's rare to see, like, for me, like, I see him and I'm like, oh yeah, that is Trevor. I completely forget. But he gets kidnapped by this family. The family had a child who competed in Ozzy's Dungeon and got horribly hurt and disfigured. And he now has to go through his own version of Ozzy's Dungeon. And this one, I don't know how to react to this one. I've seen it now twice, and I just look at it and I go, I like the ideas, but I think this might be one that's too weird to live, too rare to die for me.
Yeah, and I actually can even move this down. I can even move Ozzy down. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call an audible. I may put Ozzy next to last. I might put that where Rack was, and move Rack up to 3 and drop this down to 4. Because the more I think about it, this one's really not kind of what you said. I was excited with the whole nostalgic of the, obviously, like in the late 80s, early 90s, the craze of like Double Dare was awesome. You had to be there. It was fantastic. And then obviously in the mid 90s, Legends of Hidden Temple, legendary from Nickelodeon. It was great. Such a great show. anyway, I got those vibes, and then it's just, yeah, you get your curveball there, and then it's like, okay, so now the family's mad that the daughter didn't win, and now they want their wish. Because that's basically the whole premise. If you complete the obstacle course in 60 seconds, you're granted a wish. And obviously she gets like a mango. She gets like tears her leg completely, like snaps her leg. And then all of a sudden now we see the family tries to get back at the one creator of the show or whatever to try to like get like his comeuppance pretty much and try to get his like her daughter back into getting a wish or whatever. And that's where you see the big giant tummy monster, which was very unexpected. It was almost like the wiener monster. That's why I had to put it on for my double dare tummy monster, because there you go. You just don't. It's like Jabba the Hutt sitting down. Yeah, but yeah, this one was okay. Like I said, it like kind of how you said. I kind of don't know what to say about it. Like it could have been better. So I got this one. I put this one at 4 now.
Well, moving on now to my favorite overall one, The Gawkers. This was directed by Tyler McIntyre, who also did the stop motion that connects all of these. And it's about these young teenagers who like to get upskirt photos of girls because teenagers, I guess. And as it turns out, the neighbor, she's Medusa. Like, let's just call it what she is. She's pretty much Medusa, like from Clash of the Titans in Greek mythology and all of that. But this one actually kind of works for me. Like, this is my favorite segment overall.
Yeah, you get like Rear Windows / like Disturbia vibes, like obviously with like Watching the Neighbor and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool, like Hitchcockian type, feel to it a little bit as well. And then I also got like American Pie vibes, because you have like the camera and you have to see the hot girl, and it's like, I mean, you see all that, and you see late '99 technology, the Mac, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I was happy to catch on to where we were going with this, so that made me way more happier too. Like if you see the context clues and stuff like that, you're like, okay, wait a minute. So you're thinking, okay, yeah, it makes sense, right? So this has to have a payoff. It's my favorite of the 5 as well. I just enjoyed it. I liked how this is like this is what I want like all 5 episodes to be of a VHS movie. You know what I mean? Like just like this. I thought this was like it was entertaining. It was enthralling. You know what I mean? It really pulls you in from the beginning. You're curious to see what happens. So yeah, I definitely dug this one.
And then to wrap things up, we got To Hell and Back. This was directed by Vanessa and Joseph Winter. And on New Year's Eve, 1999, well, you got to make sure your tech is Y2K certified, but you also got to make sure that no one sends you to hell. Like this is the one where they literally go to actual Christian hell with the devil and just everything involved. And rewatching clips of this to prepare for this, I'm like, man, cameras in '99 must have just been durable to survive the trip. Straight south. Like, I mean, the recording equipment must have just been top notch.
Well, just think about how heavy TVs were at the time too. Like how heavy, like those Magnavox, those big TVs were to carry. Those were heavy. Everything was made more durable. I feel like even phones were heavier, cell phones were heavier. Like I feel like nowadays things are made so cheaply. You know what I mean? TVs are made so cheaply. Even like washing appliances and stuff like that are lighter, because I always remember those used to be a struggle if you had to carry those or help somebody carry. But yeah, this segment's probably my least favorite. I found it stupid. I knew when we see this lady coming into a party and she's going to be the body that the demon like pretty much communicates through, I guess is kind of where I was going with it, until everything goes awry and they get taken with the demon to hell. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, this is going to be the one where I'm like interested to see what people think.
Yeah.
because, like I said, like they go to hell. You see the devil for like a brief second
Yeah.
in shadow, but it's like horns, like the
Mm.
whole nine. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
And then like you're already pushing the boundaries with like what you can capture on those big old bulky like camcorders. Now you can like get footage from hell.
Yeah.
Okay,
You live stream
that's
from hell,
certainly
why not?
something.
Yeah, live stream from hell. Why not?
That's why like we need more movies like Deadstream, where it's like streamers like on Kick or Twitch. You like do something like that. Like there's plenty of material there.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I felt like this one just kind of like to me, just it lost me in the first like 5-10 minutes. And once we did this, I'm just like, this is stupid. Like even the monsters in hell were stupid. It just none of it just worked
Mhm.
for me. I was over it at this point. I just wanted the movie to be over with. I wish we could have maybe just cut this segment out and just went 4. I would have been happy with ending it with Medusa. Would have been fantastic. But it is what it is. They all can't be perfect. And like I said, this one's just it's not for me.
Yes, but just as an overall grade, I'm going to give this a good rating because there's enough creativity here to where I can give it a recommendation. There's definitely some bad stuff, but I think there's some creative stuff and there's some good stuff here.
Yeah.
So, like,
No, I
definitely a
agree.
mixed bag for sure. I think this is the most mixed bag of these VHS movies that I can recall. It's not viral bad, but it's not VHS too good. It's like perfectly in the middle. What I will
Yeah.
compliment them on though is that overall there was a lot of creativity. And I feel like and I have not seen VHS 85, so like or I haven't seen it in a minute. It's too late for me, excuse me. I
Okay, no,
haven't
you're
seen
good.
it in a minute, so I will need to rewatch it. But just for the sake of capturing the year as a theme, I feel like 94 did it best. This one did it okay. I mean, there's clearly the New Year's Eve, like 99 Y2K stuff. Like, okay, that's fine and all. And I need to rewatch 85. But as far as the year ones go, I feel like 94 did it best. 99 was kind of there. I need to rewatch 85 to solidify that.
Yeah, no, I like this one enough. I think there was more good than bad, obviously. I think there was definitely a lot more creativity in this one. Medusa alone, I think, would pull this one along. And then, like I said, with the sorority girl, I think we have enough strong stuff here. I think that I'm good with this one. But yeah, overall, not bad, not the worst one for sure. So definitely watchable.
Yeah. But I pass it off to all of you. What did you think of VHS 99? Let us know in the comments. Love to read what you have to say. Russell, thank you so much for doing this as always. Tell the
Yeah.
people where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys can find us on Notorious by Chance. That's our podcast. We just released Captain America: First Avenger. We just recorded The Avengers 2012. The Avengers, finishing up our phase 1 of the MCU with a special guest. So if you guys are big Schmodown fans and stuff like that, you'll recognize the person that we have with us as special guest. So check out for that. Also, we put a Meryl Streep poll up because we have not reviewed a Meryl Streep movie. Out of the 210 episodes we have not ever touched anything that Meryl Streep has ever done. So I think as of the recording here, I think it's going to probably be The Devil Wears Prada. It was that between that and Death Becomes Her that got the most votes. But I think Prada was up like 12 votes, I think. So that's probably going to be the one we end up talking about. And then you guys can find us obviously Notorious by Chance on the Facebook group and on YouTube.
All those links are down below. Subscribe to them over there. As far as this channel goes, in a couple weeks' time, we will return with VHS 94. And then next week, we'll return to the Reiner Project for a genuine first-time watch for the both of us. We're going to be looking for a few good men. But for Russell, my name is Ryan Cam. We will see you all in the next one. Y'all take care.